All right, cadets and counselors, it's good to see everybody again. It's good to be seen again. We continue on. Maybe your cadet club has started meeting, or maybe it's not going to meet for another week or two, or maybe it's going to be a few more months. But whatever one it's going to be, I hope you feel that you're still a cadet and you can still do cadet things and be part of our overall cadet family. I know in my own church, next week, Wednesday, October 7, is when we get to start up our meetings again, and I get to see the boys, and we're going to be doing things in a socially distant way, and we're going to have masks and things like that, but we're going to be able to be together and do cadets. And so maybe this is the only time you get to be together and do cadets. So once again, we're going to start off with some cadet landmarks. So whether you stand at attention or kind of sit upright, we can do our landmarks. So cadets, what is your motto? Living for Jesus. Cadets, what is your verse? If you love me, you will keep my commandments. John 14, verse 15. Cadets, what is your code? A cadet must be reverent, obedient, compassionate, consecrated, trustworthy, pure, grateful, loyal, industrious, and cheerful. Cadets, what is your pledge? Thankful to God for his gifts to me, I pledge myself to be ready to serve God, my parents, my country, my church, my neighbor, and my corps. And counselors, any of you that are listening, what is your mission? Helping boys to grow more Christ-like in all areas of life. So that's what we're doing. We're starting off another cadet season, and we're learning what it means to live for Jesus. If you wear your cadet uniform, it says that right on there, living for Jesus, and that's what we're doing. Now this year, we also have our theme, and we're living for Jesus, but this year our theme, dive into the Word. And maybe your church has a poster of this up already, or maybe you've even gotten one of these from your counselor. Dive into the Word. And that's what we're doing this year. We're diving into God's Word. And every time we get together, when I'm at my own club, we're going to do a Bible lesson, I always like to have something to show. And so this week, I've got something to show. I don't know if you know what this is, but its proper term is, it's a sphygmomanometer. Yeah, that's a mouthful to try to say. It's a blood pressure cuff. You might have seen it if you've been to the doctor's office and they put it around your arm and they pump it up and listen to your heart, and they can tell how strong your heart is pumping and how much pressure is in the blood on the inside of your arteries and veins inside. Now, if I just gave this to you, there's tubes, there's dials, there's bulbs, there's all sorts of things, and told you you needed to learn how to use this, how would you know what to do? You know, like, you can look at this all time and you might never know what to do. Now, some of you might say, oh, I'd YouTube it, or I'd Google it, and I'd figure it out. You know what? You're right. You can probably find it out that way. But I've got something else here too. It's the user's manual. It's a manual blood pressure monitor user manual. It's got a table of contents. It tells you about blood pressure. It tells you how to use the unit. It tells you what the measurements can mean. It tells you how to take care of the equipment and all of that. So if I gave you this little booklet, do you think you could figure out how to use this? Yeah, you might be able to figure it out. But it's probably going to be easier if you actually had somebody that shows you how to use this. Somebody that knows how this works, and they can show you and help you step by step. Now, once you know how to use it, you could then go on and possibly teach somebody else. But even people that know how to use it still like to have the user's manual. I know how to use this, but now and then I still go to the user's manual just to find something out. If something doesn't work quite right, or if I'm not quite sure what the numbers mean on the dial, I can always look it up. So if you're learning, it's nice to have the user's manual. It's nice to have somebody that can help you out. If you already know, it's nice to have other people to share it with, and it's nice to have the user's manual. You know what? This works the same way. We're going through life, and this, it's the Bible, is our user's manual. And it's got all the information we need. And you can read it, and you could figure out everything. It might be a little difficult, but you could use this and figure out how to live your life properly. But sometimes it's easier to have somebody that kind of knows what's going on to help you along the way. And so in cadets, that's why you've got junior counselors and counselors that they've been there before, and they can show you the way. But yet, even once they've shown you the way, it's nice to have the user's manual. It's nice to read this and know what's going on. So, as we go through this year, diving into the Word, remember the Bible, it's there to help. It's got the answers, but it's not the only place that you might get the answers from. Talk to your counselor. If you're reading the Bible and you're not sure about something, talk to the counselor. If you're just watching this video and you don't have a counselor, you know what? Email cadets and we'll make sure you get in touch with somebody that can help answer your questions. So, diving into the Word. There's a great big book. You can try to read the whole thing. Or there's reading plans on the cadet website. You can read a few verses a day or a story a week, or you can read 3 chapters a day and guide along with everybody else in the cadet family. So we're looking forward to learning lots about that this year. And until next time, keep on living for Jesus.